You know, I'm not trying to brag or make anyone jealous. However, my dog ate through a third remote tonight, which means that there has to be a fourth one. Now, I know what you're all thinking, hey, why are you leaving the remote lying around? Well, I'm not. My son is. And I wasn't in the room when he left it there. Now, of course, that's still my responsibility, but come on! What is that? Oh, I love my babies. But come on with the remotes. I don't want to replace these things every week. What the heck? Whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. So anyway, sunshine, good morning. I hope that you slept well. This is your daily insight on life and love for January 18th, 2021. Also being timeless. January 8th, right? No, not January 8th. January 18th, 2020. I'm on it. I got this. So anyway, it's your daily insight on life and love for January 18th, 2020, also being timeless. So if you're catching this between now and then, this could have some sort of relevance to your life. But if it doesn't, you can just let it fall away. Or you can ask questions about booking a session until everything calms down. All of my services are on sale, so go ahead and email me in the email address below or in the description on what service of mine might be right for you. It's all there. Anyway, you can also find me on any social platform. Definitely reach out, say hello, and let me know where you are in the world. Let's get this started. So, rider weight. This is what we're looking at right here. So, when I first pulled the cards, we had 2 5s, and we have 3 5s in this bad boy. That is the dominant number here, isn't it? Oh, I love it. Change. This is an Earth Year numerology 5. Change. Yeah, that's right. This is, of course, we can always say that, well, everything's always changing, huh? Yeah, well, this is kind of, last year was an Earth Year 4. So it's all about foundations, stability. Now, take that, see what's going to change. It's a thing. All right, we have 3 5s here. Now, this is about not really working on the external rather than working on internal. It's not about you bettering yourself in this. It's not about how you can be the new and improved version of yourself. We don't need to do that. All right. So this is talking about how are you doing mentally and emotionally? What have you been working on in yourself in that direction? What have you been neglecting in yourself with that? So this is saying, okay, it's time to work on yourself, but not at the point of bettering. It's at the point of being emotionally, mentally okay. Having the fulfillment even. And maybe it's even changing in those plans. And this also, God, this has been a staple today. Maybe something about you, whether it's your image, whether it's your drive, your life direction, this has all been taking a massive hit in your life. So many people are going through a life-changing direction. That might be what's going on with you. So this is to do the internal work and figure out what's going on, because what's going on feels highly unconventional to what you have been doing. See, we have all these. I love that the Hierophant's in reverse. And I also love that this baby's in reverse. So there's a block, and it does feel like it's a heart chakra block. You may be struggling to find a passion right now. It could be as simple as that. Did I really just say it could be as simple as that? That can be one of the most frustrating things on the planet, not even knowing what your passion is anymore. Going through so much, whether it's trauma or just, maybe even information overload, whatever the case is with you. So much changing internally with you, you don't even know what makes you go anymore, what drives you, what makes you excited anymore. So that could also be one of the things that you need to focus on about this time. So, yeah, Spirit is saying that you're feeling that block, which is really making you hesitant on making any sort of choice. Like you don't even trust your judgment right now. And I'm not talking down about that at all. I've been there. You have been there. We all have been there where we don't know what is the right choice to make. Don't make a choice yet. By just jumping on something and doing that, Yeah, you're gonna regret that. So you're wait until you're grounded before you take this leap, because I do see that this is going to be prosperous for you. It's going to be proper. It's going to have a proper foundation for you. It's going to be something where you'll have an influx of finance and resources, and also support. Obviously, support always has to start and end with you. But I also feel like there's going to be a change on the incoming support. I want to see why we have so much yellow. I get it, it's unconventional. But why is it getting on your nerves so bad? Let's see. All right, clarification. Why do we have so much, okay. Why do we have so much angst, anxiety? The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Huh. Because once you make a choice, once you do this change, you know that there's no going back. Of course, you can always change into another direction, but you can't go back to your safety net. That is incredibly terrifying. I don't care if it's something that is absolutely comfortable, but it doesn't drive you. I do care if it's violating your safety. Obviously, I would never tell you to get back into that situation. Okay, so what we're seeing here, you know that something is very close to approaching your life. Something that is going to be worthwhile, something that you'll be able to defend, stand up for, something that is going to make you strive for just all around more in your life. Not more garbage. No, we're not doing that. This is just, it feels like passion and healing and emotional. I love this baby right here. I love that he's coming in and he's like, hey, so I got you a cup. You want to see what's inside of it? Oh yeah, I just said all of that to you. You're excited about the passion and all the work that you've done that's behind this. The fear is, if this change is made, is the happiness going to last? Did you make the right choice in this? Did you just act on something that was spur of the moment, that's going to burn out fast? Those are all a lot of concerns. Did you just kind of screw yourself over on this? No. It sure feels that way because you're stepping into the unknown with it. But the unknown, everything that you do, that's the thing. No matter what you do, whether it's learning how to walk, crawl, speak, breathe even, that, when you first started, that is always the unknown. And it's done in a terrible job because you've never done it before. And then you'll fall down, you will get cuts and scrapes and bruises. That's all part of life. But the thing is, the more that you do it, the more that you push through just a little bit more each time, the stronger you get, the more well-versed you in it you get, and the more that you are no longer quite the newbie. And at some point, you will be an elder in it. I'm saying that because I don't have another word for that right now, but you will be well-versed and you will have the wisdom and the know-how and the ability to be completely knowledgeable in this situation and be able to manage it. So don't be afraid of being, a complete newbie in this at the moment. It's going to take time, like all great things. But the thing behind it is the passion is going to be consistent. The drive is going to be consistent. And even if that ends, guess what? The thing I love about that is that it will pivot you into a new road. Every time a road ends in your life, it picks up on something else. There's no shortage of forks. You can choose to go straight, absolutely, and keep on the road that you're on, but don't be afraid that if you need a change, to go the other way. There's no way that you can screw this up. That being said, trying to go back, it's a one-way. Yeah, that one's a one-way. You can't go back. Does that make sense? All right. Let's look from the mini reads, huh? Let's do this. Yes. It's talking about the hesitance and this decision making because it is going to be new. Body is freaking out. You don't know where you're going. You don't know which direction this is going to take you. That's fine. But ask yourself, why have you been hanging out in this situation so long, so stuck here, waiting for some sort of change to happen on the opposing side? And I was talking about this in the mini read, which of course you can check the timestamp for. No matter what time or effort you have taken a different approach into this, it hasn't worked out. I mean, it could probably work out for a little bit, but something always gets in the way, or it always goes back to the same thing. There's nothing that you can do about that. That's not your job. So Spirit is saying, why isn't this happening? Because it's meant to drive you out of this. Because what you want, this is in the mini reads over here, which I'm going to grab afterwards. What you want is coming towards you. But Spirit is saying, all right, so we're going to give you a choice. Do you want this, which you can handle, or do you want what you really want, or that you don't even know that you want yet? So Spirit's giving you the option of free choice, but they're really kind of goading you to go the other way. So the serendipity, the round and round, you got to break the cycle, because what's underneath this isn't going to work out anyway. So you can do this the empowered way, which is the way of you saying so, or you can just let this completely fall flat on its face and drag you to your destination because you've burnt out the road on that one. I have done that, so I know how that goes, and I am telling you, it is not fun to wait for that road to drag you to where you are supposed to go. So don't think that I don't know what I'm talking about. I may not know your entire situation, but I know how painful that choice can be when it's like, all right, you know what? I gave you a chance. Let's go. Got to end this cycle. Serendipitous events and situations and synchronicities are all lining up for you, and I think that they're making themselves really well known to you right now. And I get the confusion of just the why in this. It's run its course. There is a massive change in your life coming, and that can be terrifying. But if you look at this as an adventure and let go of the sides, it'll be a lot easier for you and a lot more optimistic, adventurous. If you're in a tough time right now, understand that it does have an end point. You're not always going to be in this situation. So if you're laying there having a hard time breathing over this, like, how can this change? How can this get even more crazy? Understand that the crazy times in this, it's coming to an end. That's also a really awesome coping thing to get through anything. This can't last forever. It just can't. So, hey, this was actually coming through as a spirit guide earlier in the mini reads, which you can check, which is not earlier in this. This would be later because it's after this. Yeah. All right. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so quick to lash out. That's not going to help anybody in this one. Spirit is saying it is helping you, but you have to pay attention to what your thoughts are when these synchronistic events are happening, because you are drifting and wandering, and I want you to follow where they go. You are getting a lot of for instances on this one. So for instance, today I was on one of my epic long walks because I like doing that. And I'm thinking about something in my life, and on the road, I see this piece of green plastic, and it's broken, and it has like this point and an arrow, and it's going in this one direction. It's going up if you're looking down at it. So on it, it said master, and it's pointing up. So that was something that was actually really cool. And I even posted just for proof. But it was really cool to see that in regard to the message. And I know that it was a sign that was meant for me. You will know because the way that it'll feel. It'll stand out against everything else when you're having, one of those adventurous thought process things. So pay attention. Spirit is talking to you through signs and synchronicities. You are a treasure. Your future is incoming towards you right now. It is seeking you out. All you have to do is light yourself up any which way that you can. Be that beacon of light so it can find you. The alchemy is it's coming from the spiritual aspect of this. So you are literally signing off on all of your paperwork and going where you're supposed to go, doing the changes that you're supposed to do. All you have to do is show up for your life every single day, no matter what that looks like. And then Spirit is doing the other work with this one. So stay optimistic. Keep your thoughts, positive. I get it. We all have these moments of fear. I'm not marginalizing it, and I'm not making exceptions for anything. It's going to take effort. And sometimes you're just going to want to really feel like garbage or be angry or be upset, and that's acceptable. Feel out those emotions and then move on to the next thing. But if you can, as you process these, keep your thoughts and keep your intentions progressive and with a hint of positivity, please. So, let's see, huh? Let's do this. Oh, man. So, thank you all for being so wonderful. This last Friday, I was unable to post a video. It was a really difficult time to show up because I had like that, I had just burnt myself out, and I didn't want to be there for you like that. It was a minor inconvenience, but thank you for being so wonderful about it. All right, I'm not feeling these for this part. Yeah, it's more the same of what I already read. So Spirit, what is the outcome of this if they follow the guidance that you have given them? What is on the other side of all of this? Okay, why do we have the Sun card in reverse? Recovery. It's not going to be there in an instant. The thing is, I think that you're feeling that this is really close in time, whether it's days, weeks, or months. I don't even feel like it's years. I don't, but that's okay. It feels like it's days, weeks, months. But you have recovery that you have to do between now and then, because you have been on high alert for a very long time and holding back a lot of yourself for a very long time. All of this suppression, it has been something that was depressive, and it's hard to see through and see the silver lining on things. And I still see the silver lining of hope, but it's covered right now by this need to just recuperate and recover. So for the love of God, give yourself the grace of doing that. You're getting to your destination, but being completely drained and unable to appreciate it when you get there, that's going to take away some of this magic that you have worked so hard to create in your life. So, okay, realize that you're not out of the woods yet, and that you are mourning either a situation or a relationship in your life. You're mourning something in your life, whether it's a relationship or a life situation. And I want you to honor that. I want you to allow yourself to feel this rocking in your security, this rocking of your heart chakra. I want you to feel it out entirely. It's not rocky waters. I feel like you can keep your head above water in this one, but it's time to acknowledge where the pain has hit you in your life. And after that, after you've fulfilled it, then you have the Two of Cups that's behind you. You don't even have to go on a journey to get there. This is something that is very much right behind you. All right. Can I get more on that, Spirit? The ability to give love, and this is going to be something that is divine. Something that dispels all illusions, and that it's on a really long and amazing and victorious journey where you are pretty much being, I don't think I've said this in a reading in a long time, being put on cloud 9. Karmic balance is completely restored. And then we have letting go of the past. I get it. You're going to have the memories. You're going to love who you are at every single phase of your life and appreciate those who got you to this space. But it's time to let it go. Keep the memories, keep the experience, but allow yourself the ability to move on to this incredibly gracious gift that Spirit is giving you. You're going to want this. And you're going to take a jump into this, and it's going to take effort for you. But you have all of your spiritual team behind you. You have all these lineage cycles broken. You can rest assured that what you are taking a leap into is an entirely new cycle. And whatever your legacy is following you, this is something where you have changed the direction of their life in the most positive way, breaking all those cycles and starting new on something that is incredibly aligned, progressive, and expansive. That is amazing. Friggin' amazing. So you're going to take a leap onto it. You're just not doing it right now because you need to recover. And also you need to make the active choice to end a certain phase of your life or a certain relationship. This is absolute divinity. And it's fate, it's divine purpose, it's all these beautiful things. So I really, really, really hope that this reading made sense. If it didn't, I hope that you enjoyed the show. And if you have questions about booking a session, reach out, email address below. And also you can find me on any social platform. So definitely, again, reach out, say hello, and let me know where you are in the world. I look forward to speaking with you. I hope that you have a magnificent day. Go rock it, go make it yours. I'll talk to you soon. Stay safe, have fun. Bye love. Don't go back just because you don't know what to do with yourself at the moment. You've created a void in your life by canceling out some sort of situation, whether it's a relationship or simply a life situation. You've canceled it out and now there's a void there and it's wanting something to fill it. Going back to the same situation that you tried so desperately to get out of, that you finally broke free of, that you made the choice with, going back to that is not going to be the void that you want to fill this with. So that being said, you need a distraction between now and then. So something is going to be filling your time. Something about this is going to be, well, it says hobby, but what are you going to fill it with? Are you going to take up archery? Are you going to take up painting? What are your thoughts? What are you going to do? How are you going to not better yourself, but work on yourself and work on that fulfillment in yourself until the clear situation and the clear solution is presented before you? Does that make sense? Well, I hope that it does make sense, because it's talking about sobriety, seeing things with a clear view, going back to it in that void. When you're in that, it does feel cloudy. It feels confusing. So of course you would want to go back to what you know. That is absolutely, without question, understandable. But don't do it. Wait until you have a clear head. It's going to take time to break away from some sort of mental cycle in your life. I'm not saying anything negative. This is a natural thing. So you wanted it, you got it, and now we're going to figure out what to do with it. So I hope that that made sense. Stay safe, have fun. So you are a treasure. When did you know it? But you already, no, you already did know that, didn't you? This is something where you're getting a lot of signs and synchronicities from Spirit about some sort of important relationship that's coming into your life. It can be romantic. We can go that route, of course, but regardless, this is a soulmate connection. I don't care if it's romantic or platonic. This is something that is adding to your life, not completing, adding. You are complete in yourself, you badass boss. So this is talking about the signs and synchronicities. Those are coming in from the other side. It is, either an ancestor or a spirit guide, whatever the case. It's, well, actually, if we look at it that way, it all is a spirit guide. One of the main head honchos is coming to the surface with this one. So this is a lot of divine magic. This is a lot of signs and synchronicities, serendipities, things that don't quite make sense, but you are walking into just the same, that when you look back, it all click into place. But you called out for it and now it's coming your way. So please stay positive about it. I hope that it made sense. Stay safe, have fun. Bye. It's okay to admit that you have no idea about the situation. It's confusing, and also that you are scared out of your mind with it. It's okay. You know, danger is real. Fear is something that we can control once we get, you know, the grasp on the fact that it is just fear. So this, relax, be easy on yourself with this. What aren't you really able to let go of right now? Why are you hanging on to it? This is something, no matter how many times you try to approach it, it's not going to be any different from whatever angle, from whatever time frame. I think you've tried to approach this enough and it's just not happening. It's a vicious cycle and you don't need to repeat it. So Spirit is saying, hey, you know what? What's underneath is absolute garbage. You don't need to be there. You don't need to be in that place, but you need to make a choice of when to say enough is enough and allow yourself to move on. So what I'm seeing here, that's serendipity, baby. And you're going to have a lot of serendipitous events unfolding with this. So stay strong, make your choice, and follow through on it. It's going to be scary sometimes, but push through it. It does have an expiration date with a fear. You are going to have the results that you want. And it's actually probably even going to be even more amazing than you can imagine at this point. So don't even worry about it. Let go of the cycle. You've done the work behind it. Stay safe, have fun.